If you were to distill then, say we were coming up with a new how to succeed in Mr. Beast production handbook now, what would be the top 5 if I was applying for a job with
Yeah.
you? What 5 characteristics would I need to demonstrate to be successful?
You gotta be very coachable because whatever I teach you today is gonna change, a year or two from now. Always learning, always improving. Coachable. A big thing for me is you gotta see the value in working here. Like you really, I don't, this isn't like a job. This is a career. Like if you don't, you know, realistically see a world where you're working for me in 10 years, then it's pretty hard for me to invest into you at the level I want. Like I don't like training someone for 6 months. They work here for a year and then I lose them. What I like is I train someone for a year and then I get 9 years of dividends on the back end where they crush at their job and I'm constantly paying them more because they're becoming more valuable with time. Like that is like the eighth wonder of the world is investing heavily in an employee and then they stick around for a decade. You know what I mean? It's like there are some of my top guys that I spent 3 or 4 years in the trenches with training and working with. They're like Tyler, who writes a lot of my videos and directs them. I, probably talk to him 5, 6 hours a day every day for around 4 years. And now because I can't spend, he spends 100% of his time writing the videos, directing the videos, obsessed over that. Whereas I could theoretically max spend 5% of my time. So he's going to naturally just shit on me on it because he can spend way more time on it. And it's like, so, I have full faith in him, but the dividends that I get off of him after all those years of pouring all that time and effort into him. And now he knows exactly how I think, what I value, that I don't even really have to communicate with him. Sometimes I can just show up to film and like I just trust that it's good. And I have a bunch of people across all my businesses like that it's like great. And if, in a world where Tyler's still working here 10 years from now, I mean, the amount of value out of someone like that is unfathomable. It is quite literally the eighth wonder of the world for a business. And it's like, that's what I want. But you only get those kinds of people, they see the value for, working for you. And so they have to like deeply believe like the more valuable I become to this company, the more I'll be rewarded. And they like actually want to dedicate their life to the business. So that's very important because if I really don't get that vibe, then it's not fair to both of us because I'm not going to invest in you like I should because I don't think you're going to be here in 10 years and then you're going to feel that. And it creates so coachable, sees the value, obviously obsessed. I just don't like working with mediocre people. I mean, I really just can't stand it. It's the fastest way to make me depressed, is if I have to work with someone who's just not all in and just loves what they do. Um, it's just a lot of, stuff like that that I'm sure if you listen to like a Steve Jobs interview or something that he talks about, it's just the typical traits.